Hello everybody, thanks for coming back and joining me on my channel, The Art of the Oracle. My name is Virginia and I've been working with cards of all different types for the last 25 years, but it's become stronger and stronger over the last probably 4 or 5 years. And I've received a lot of cards as gifts, which has kind of guided me to dig deeper into the meaning of the cards and how they come across to me. So today I'm going to give another 3-card reading, and I was guided to ask the angels. So everything, all the crystals I have here today are rose quartz. So that also came into play. As always, I've got my little Scotty dog here, and if we need any amplification, I have this beautiful clear quartz crystal point and selenite if we need to clear any energies away to get a little bit better information. So I'm starting off here with a beautiful deck called the Healing with Angels Oracle, and this is another Doreen Virtue deck. I'll ask take a deep breath and ask for information from the angels to guide us to what needs to be healed, and see if we can't get some information through all the decks here. So we're going to ask for 3 cards, so you have a choice. There's 2 of them there. So the first one says focus. The second one says friendship. Let's see what we get for the 3rd card. And there we go, body care. So we have 3 cards that came out under the Healing with the Angels Oracle. I've got 3 crystals here. So the first one is a rose quartz angel. Then we're going to add to this angel a focus. The second one that we have here is a little rose quartz moon. Looks like a little tree here. So I'm going to bring that one in for the second one. And the third one is a little heart. So a little love for body care. So let's sit down and take a moment and look at the 3 cards and see if any of them are calling you in that direction. And when you're ready, come back and join me for the individual readings. Thank you for joining me back here for this reading. And this one is bringing focus, something that I've asked for, something that maybe you need to heal. This card is asking you to focus. Now this particular angel card is looking to what looks like to the past. So I don't know if there's something that is guiding your focus from the past. And she's got white roses in her lap that looks like they are strung on something that you would normally put on your head. So I don't know if it's a wedding and it didn't work out and you're, directing your focus there. But the card is asking you to understand that you have the ability to always change your focus. The focus is self-guided. There's nobody else but you that can direct that focus. So I don't know if the card is saying that you need to have more focus or that what you're focusing on is something that perhaps needs to be healed. So the second deck of cards that I'm bringing here is the Divine Feather deck. It's beautiful that it has this white feather right on. So it's messages, divine messages for feathers. So let's see if we can get a little bit more information about what this is leaning. Where is your focus going? Oh, it's a beautiful blue feather. Let's see. These are a new deck, so I'm not exactly sure when I see this beautiful feather what it's for, but I do love bluebirds. I have been very lucky to have bluebirds around where I live. And the bluebird is also looking in that direction. It says, you are being gifted with a blessing of happiness and peace. I really, really love that. Who can't use a little bit more happiness and peace? And if you've ever watched a bluebird, first of all, they have an amazing song, and they soar and seem to be very happy. So let's see if, I'm gonna use the little book that's here and see if it has any additional information. The message from it says, Bluebird flies into your space to deliver a great blessing of peace, joy, and happiness. And the messenger reminds you to honor the purity of your speech. Oh, how beautiful, because this is exactly what the focus card is saying, is that whatever intention, thought, words, wherever you're putting your focus is really where your power is. And no one has that power over you. You may feel drawn to focus on something that doesn't make you feel good, but you ultimately have chosen that focus. So if it doesn't feel good, you can also choose not to have this focus. So the songbird is saying, let's see where I left off. The messenger reminds you to honor the purity of your speech and communication, especially those messages that you feed to yourself. Okay, so I really feel like this is saying the exact same thing, that perhaps you have some negative thoughts in here and you're putting your focus on things that are somewhat negative, and we need to heal that. So I'm going to add the little selenite crystal here, and then we're going to go to the deck here by Doreen Virtue, another one here, and the messages from the angels, and see if we can get some additional information. So how do we change this focus? Okay, so that card jumped out. So the Mystique card says, keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. It's interesting. It says here that you're being gifted with a blessing, and this one wanted to come out as well. This is interesting because both of these, and I've shuffled them a lot, both of these came out in a previous reading separately, but in different readings, but they both came forward in the same particular reading. So this one says, keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer and expect miracles. This one is also telling you that blessings of happiness and peace are coming in. And this one says to focus on some study, education, and purpose, help with your life's purpose and personal growth at the time. The angels will guide you and help you with the process. So I feel like because this angel's looking this way and this way, I say this a lot in the reading, I feel like you are guided or being protected from both sides. This one possibly is saying that you're focusing on something from the past, perhaps something that got you down, that kind of knocked you off your track on some sort, and your focus is going in the wrong direction, or it's going more to the past instead of the future. Now this songbird here is guiding you back, I think, this way, looking at you, telling you that you're going to be gifted with something beautiful coming in the future. And this one is also saying, and because Mystique feels like a very fast charging, powerful energy, I feel like it's going to come rather quickly for you. So let's take a look at some tarot cards to see if we can clarify is what exactly is coming in, or what exactly do we need to let go of. This is another Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine, beautiful deck of cards, but it's the Angel Tarot. So it's a regular tarot deck that's bringing in the inspiration of the angels. So I'm asking for additional information to guide this reading, and it looks like those definitely want to come out. So if the cards have the normal suit, the Four of Water would be like the cups, and the Ace of Fire would be like the wands. And a lot of times in the Four of Cups, you're kind of leaving, or you don't see everything. So you've got, a cup here that this one's much bigger than these that you've already drank out of or already been exposed to. And she is looking down at the past, at something that's already been, and focusing on that rather than this amazing opportunity or this cup that's right there at her feet. She I feel like is also pushing something away. It's almost like she's pushing away something different rather, and focusing on this. So she's not allowing. So if she was swimming and her arms were moving forward, that would tell me that she's moving in a direction. But this one, she's just kind of floating there. She's not really going anywhere. She's just focused on what was. Again, it's mimicking what's here. So I feel like what needs to be healed is this past focus, this thing that keeps bringing your energy back to something that was, that's no longer serving you. And again, we have an ace of fire moving forward. So this is about your emotions. So something that was very emotional from the past has been pulling you back that way. And this is about the ace of fire, which is saying, look at him. He is ready to go. Light of the full moon here. He's standing in his power, and actually looks a little magical. He's very, very happy because it's the beginning of some new energy. So I think either that's what's coming in right now, or maybe it's something that you recognize is happening, but you're still a little focused here, so you're not taking full advantage of that. So let's grab a couple more cards and see what it is that this reading, this pile needs to bring in to for a little bit more focus on the energy of the present. It's a beautiful deck, and I really love the way they've added this beautiful energy into this. So what do we need? I feel like it's, yeah, these two cards. This is, what do we need to come forward here? Again, we have the Knight of Water. Now, a little bit more moving, and the Empress. Oh, how beautiful. Can you see all these on this particular? Yeah, we're gonna move these up just a hair here, and these up a little bit hair. Now, so you've got this great energy here, and it's interesting that all of these are kind of focusing on some past energy, some past something that's drawing you, whether it was, you know, a love that didn't work out, and it's still holding your energy because you're, you know, going over trying to analyze what went wrong. Whatever it might be, it's what I'm getting from this reading is it's telling you that it's time really to let some of this energy just kind of fade away and to look in a new direction. The Knight of Water is kind of glancing to the past, but he's moving forward. On this card, it says falling in love or a wedding proposal, the need to balance those emotions, an invitation to a social event. So he's bringing in a new love, and perhaps what it's saying is that you're going to meet someone at a social event that's going to kind of help you let go of some of what this is, which will help with the healing as you move forward. The Knight of Water is, you know, he's an emotional guy. Knights are in any suit are always, you know, charging ahead on some level. They have some information, not all the information, but they're never afraid to take a leap. So I think that that's what this card is bringing in, the energy that says, don't be afraid to go to and accept invitations to social events, because you need to balance your emotions, and that perhaps something really exciting is going to come in for you, maybe a proposal. So the last card here in this, in what just came out, is the Empress and Archangel Gabriel. So the Empress card brings in this beautiful energy of intuitive feminine energy. This is a golden winged angel representing Archangel Gabriel, and it brings in down. She's standing here. She's got a baby in her hand, and here's a waterfall. The stag here. This here is, it looks like a puma or jaguar. And you know, loyalty down here in what looks like the dog or the wolf or yeah, some canine here. So I think it's abundance on every level. and you're going to, this is butterflies, which, you know, the stage of transformation is already complete, and the butterflies are kind of rising up. There's a lot going on in this card here. That, and what it says is lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, and nurture yourself and others. So I feel like there's a lot more for you to do. So this reading is asking you to, whatever it is that's drawing your attention, that's keeping you focused in the past, it's time to let that go. And when you do that, you'll find the healing, the new energy that you need to move forward. As your energy shifts and changes, you're going to find yourself being, you know, a little bit more excited going out into social events. So if something comes up, go, because I think you'll have an opportunity to possibly find a new love. It's here, it's this, she's standing, and I think both of these cards look like they're right here, right now. He's looking to the past. She's right here holding the future and this beautiful birth that's right in front of her. So it says, give birth to your dreams and nurture yourselves and others. So your healing energy is that. It's time to nurture yourself, let go of the past, and know that the angels guide you and help you with the process. Thank you so much for this reading. I hope that you found some inspiration and some insight into your situation. If you like the channel, please hit like and subscribe so you can continue to receive when I post new readings, which I post several times a week. And if you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to hear from you. So reach out through my YouTube channel, and yeah, and let's see if we can do that for you as well. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'm excited for you. I'm excited you have some wonderful opportunities in the very near future. Thanks again. Bye now. Hi, pile number 2, or the friendship pile. Thank you for joining me back here. I'm gonna let you take a quick peek at this one. Perhaps healing a friendship. I don't know if something has happened between friends that caused a break or divide, but I can see all 3 of these. It looks like they have very, very different, you know, there's music, there's reading, writing, they're all getting together for some sort of celebration, concert, something. So perhaps there's an opportunity for you and your friends to get back together again. And let's see what the other cards have to say in regards, so we get a little bit more information. This pack is the Doreen Virtue pack of Healing with Angels. I can take a quick peek and see if there's any additional insight here into what the friendship card has to offer. And it says that there's a change in your friendship. So it says, be loving, honest with yourself and your friends right now, and appreciate the healing benefits of true friendship. So there may be a healing that you're going to receive from your friends, or for others, it might be that you need to heal something around your friends. It says in here that not only are you changing on the inside, but your life is changing on the outside. Among these could be friends and your relationships around that. So that perhaps you fear that you no longer have common interests with your old friends. But changes in friendships are natural. So it is possible that, you know, you are naturally letting go of friends because they're, you know, as you change and as they change, it's not that, you know, it's necessarily always a bad thing. It could be like the book said, perfectly natural, that your interests are going in different direction. It happens all the time. And when you're allowed to, you know, be your true self, and they're allowed to be their true self, there's no hard feelings in this. But if you did have a riff with one of your friends and you didn't feel very good about it, and you want to bring that back in to balance, then that could also be what's going on. So we're going to draw some more cards to see if we can get some clarity on what exactly this is, or maybe it's for some it's one and for some it's the other. So the next deck that we're going to is the Feather, Divine Feather Messenger. Let's see what the feathers have to offer in this insight around friendship, having, keeping, healing, moving forward with new friends. What additional information? There we go. I think that one, actually there's two of them here. So the two that are offered here, and because this is a new deck, I'm gonna tell you that I'm not that familiar. I've only had it for a short time and I love it. This one is the Nuthatch, which is just a wonderful, playful little bird. It says, stay grounded and welcome the new knowledge and perspective coming to you. Wow, I love that. So this is kind of leaning towards either new growth within your friendship or new friendships altogether. And then Flicker, which is I believe it's a type of woodpecker. New rhythms are coming into your life now. You are encouraged to trust and adapt. Wow, I love that. I love all of these cards are leaning towards perhaps having some new relationships coming into your life. There is, you know, a natural flow in life, and as you grow or have additional interests, or maybe you're moving and you feel a little isolated and don't have many friends, I think this is leaning towards you receiving kind of new information. Maybe you see yourself in a different way, and the new knowledge and perspective coming to you is either from these relationships or from, you know, your internal feelings about friends and what does that mean to you. So let's take a peek at another deck. This is Messages from the Angel from Doreen Virtue. I didn't realize I had so many Doreen decks, but it looks like I have 3 of the 4 here by Doreen. So she's bringing in a lot of beautiful, interesting information. So wow, this came out in the last reading as well, so I don't know if that's something that you want to take a look at. It says Maya is about like breaking through any confusion, tapping into your intuitive self. The angels will guide you to help you through a process to help you transform or bring in additional information and education around your purpose and personal growth. So maybe that's how you're going to meet additional friends, bringing in new friends in your life. Perhaps that there is something that just happened where you feel like, wow, are these people that I can become friends with? And you just met them through school. And this would be confirmation that you do have the opportunity. So this card of Flicker says that you are encouraged to trust and adapt in the situation. I'm going to go to this book and see if either one of these have any additional information as well. Okay, so Flicker is a member of the woodpecker family, and it connects you to different rhythms, which is what the card said, which, you know, when you shift from old friendships and you're kind of feeling a little bit off balance and you're just getting your flow back, you know, it's a little bit uncomfortable. But every growth that happens in life is preceded by some sort of uncomfortableness. So this card says is the master drummer bringing awareness to what is now growing, moving, and beating through a new path in your life. It's the time to examine your past patterns and experiences through shifts, and let's see, self-limits are generally our most formidable hurdles. So you could be holding on to old friendships that really aren't serving you, and you're going there and you've grown in ways that you really want to expand upon, and maybe some of the old relationships are kind of keeping you because they're staying in the same energy and they're kind of keeping you there. But you're encouraged to trust and adapt and move forward in your relationships. Let's see if the Nuthatch has anything additional to say. So yeah, so it's talking about the way the nuthatch, if you've ever seen these, is just an amazing little bird, and it kind of doesn't go straight past. So if you think a normal bird is flying this way, the nuthatch kind of walks around in a variety of different motions. And he does that because he's, you know, he kind of feels like a little trickster because he's moving in different directions and all of them are unexpected. And he's kind of keeping you on your toes. If you're trying to follow him, you really have to pay attention to what's going. So he gets his name from its habit of storing seeds and nuts in small spaces. This practical quality urges you to take stock and plan ahead. The symbol for the nuthatch is in the purity of the heart. Oh, that's beautiful. So he encouraged you to have faith in yourself and your higher wisdom. So all the knowledge sought should be put into practical application. So take the turn now and uncover the gifts and understanding that await you. So, wow, that's fun. I'm so happy that I grabbed a little bit more of that information. So, yeah, I feel like it's telling you, you know, just follow your instincts here. You're not doing anything wrong if you feel that you've kind of outgrown some of the old relationships. Or, you know, if you're really missing somebody in a relationship and you've kind of had a bit of a falling out, perhaps you need to look at a different way. You need to look at yourself and your relationship in a little bit of a different way and see if you're being a little bit hard-nosed in some of those areas. So let's see if we can get some additional information from the angels. Again, another Doreen virtue, but this one is including Radleigh Valentine, and it's called the Angel Tarot Deck. So thank you, angels, for bringing in additional information, how we heal friendships and our relationship with other beautiful souls in our life, and what is it that we need to adapt to, change, move towards. I think that's a few too many. No, there's 4 of them there. So we'll go ahead and take them. So this is the 8 of air. An illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. So this is a really beautiful card that in other tarot decks would be the 8 of Swords, which usually means that you're kind of trapped in your head a little bit. So this card can't get more beautiful than all these unicorns racing forward. But this unicorn is separated from this. So perhaps you are separated from some friends in a way because somebody said something and you're all in your head about it. And sometimes we think it's way more than it really is, or that we create kind of a little bit of a trap with our own thoughts. And we need to get out of that way of thinking a little bit. So by changing your perspective or a new perspective, or maybe you're going to learn a little bit more information about you know, something that happened. So that's coming, that's the energy coming through here in the 8 of air. It's beautiful because you have 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 major arcana cards. So this means, to me, when so many major arcanas coming out, that this is a very important piece of information, that whatever it is that needs to be healing, this is a big deal. When you have so many major arcanas, that means this is a major shift. The minor arcanas are minor you know, influences that come and go in your life. But when the major arcana cards come in, it means that it's, again, like more of a major shift. So the first one coming through is awakening. This is Archangel Gabriel, and look at things from a different perspective. That's exactly what the nuthatch was bringing in you know, in another way. Look at things in a new perspective, and that they are coming to you. So that is your healing, is that you're going to be able to see things in a new perspective. So that's 12. 13 is release with Archangel Azrael. The end of a phase or situation, some sort of spiritual transformation, and it's you need to take the time to move on. So this, I believe, is the death card in the regular arcana. And I'll have to look at what 12 is. But yeah, the end of a phase or situation. So if you had something going on with friends, confusion, you know, yeah, maybe you felt trapped. Maybe you didn't have enough confidence, and so you didn't say what you wanted to say, and you got stuck in your head. And sometimes we relive situations that didn't go the way we wanted them to over and over and over again, and kind of beat ourselves up about what we should have done or what somebody meant or didn't mean. And it really is just kind of a vicious cycle, and it's just trapping us in a time cycle that isn't even present anymore. It's really a past situation. So this is asking you to look at things in a different perspective. And it says a temporary standstill. So I feel like the cards are saying just that, is that something happened here and you're stuck because maybe you need more confidence and to trust and adapt, to some of the things that resonate more with you, that some of this stuff is, it's just not really needed. It's not making you feel very good, because it's time to let it go. End this madness here that's going on, and let it all go. Because the last one is Archangel Sandalphon. And it's about unity. This is such a magical card. If you look at it, it's bringing in so many different ideas and concepts. There's a cross here, the Star of David here, there's a yin-yang symbol here, all these different religious ideas. So this is saying, it says traditional viewpoints or methods. So maybe there was differences in ideas that were swirling around in between your friends, and it says seek out mentors and like-minded friends. So perhaps you felt in the situation that you weren't being respected, or that the divide was a very deep divide about true core values, and maybe you didn't feel honored, or maybe you felt like these values are not really aligning with your values. And if that's the case, you don't have to stay in any relationship. Relationships should be both nurturing and, giving and taking. So you should be able to speak your mind clearly and then feel, nurtured within the relationship, safe within relationships that you have deep friendships with. So if they don't feel that way, then maybe it is time, because there's a standstill now and you're like, this doesn't feel good. Maybe it's time to move on. So if you have hard feelings and you've just kept them and your mind's going around and around and around of this, you did this, did that, maybe it's time to let that go. And you don't have to let go of your friends, but you'll understand the situation and how it resonates with you if you are having trouble understanding whether or not these relationships are to be saved or to be let go, because this is a collective reading, and it's going to read one way for some and one way for others. Then take a pause, a breath, sit with yourself, trust and adapt. Understand that no one has to be in your life. Everything is a choice, and that people come and go all the time. And honor the relationship for what it was and move forward. If there's a way to come back in love, if it's serving both of you, then go in that direction. But don't be afraid to let it go. Because if you let it go because it doesn't feel well, then you'll be nurtured in a different way. You'll be honoring yourself. So thank you for joining me today for this reading. I hope it's giving you a little bit of clarity. If you liked what you've seen today, then please like and subscribe. And if you're interested in any personal reading, please reach out to me. Thank you so much. I hope you have a beautiful day, and get out of your head. Let go of that standstill and know that the end of a phase or situation is here through transformation. The angels are there always with you. Thanks again. Have a beautiful day. Bye. Hello, welcome back to the third reading associated with body care. What a beautiful card. This angel, we have the heart, so I think that's kind of summing it up. Perhaps you're not loving your body. Maybe you've had an illness, or maybe you're not feeling too good right now. So this one is asking you to pay attention to your body, the signals, the signs. Love yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. We all know that January is a time where everybody gets hyper-focused on, diets and things like that. The thing about bodies is that there are a lot of different body types out there, and no one particular body type is better than the other. The nourishing energy that comes in through food and through activity and through things that bring you joy is a way to heal your body. It's not just all about food, but I think that what this card is asking you to do is to pay attention to your physical body, and that, your body is this beautiful instrument that carries you through your life. And it demands love and respect and understanding. And sometimes we're so busy that we forget that our body has been carrying us through the entire day or the week or the year or the month. And, sometimes we just need to give it a little hug, a little attention, say thank you to your feet for that long run that you took, or for getting you from point A to point B, or, thank you to your beautiful mind for reminding you or for letting you understand something, or your heart that helped you recognize and see love in a new way. Your body is there, to help guide you through this life. So it's your perfect partner. So if your body is feeling a little sluggish, know that as you start paying more attention, listen to your body. If you've got a little pain, slow yourself down. Ask your body, what does it need? Your knee hurts a little bit. What's the body need? It just wants sometimes the attention that we a lot of times don't give it because we're so busy being human. So the angels are going to help heal the situation in some way. Perhaps there's something that you need to get started that you've been thinking about. I think this is confirmation that, yes, get that thing started. Whether it's, diets are a little bit, they can be a loaded thing, because a lot of times diets feel restrictive and that doesn't feel good. But on the other hand, if you've been overindulging, that's not good either. So there's a beautiful balance that can happen with food, and your food with the intention that it's nourishing your body and giving it love, and not beating yourself up if you had something that, made you feel guilty, and just honoring that you had that beautiful moment to enjoy something that was delicious without overindulging. Is, it's just a sign of honoring who you are in your body. So let's take a look and see what additional information that we're going to get. We're going to add in the wisdom from the birds with the Divine Feather Messenger. This deck is by Alison, DeNicola. And it was a wonderful gift from my daughter over the holidays. She gives me these beautiful things that I've never seen before. I don't know how she finds them all. Wow. Okay, that one really came out. And I love that it's grouse energy, because I'm a little bit familiar with grouse, and grouse is all about movement. So I think this is what it's saying to you, is that you need to move your body. Dance. You don't have to be a marathon runner, but maybe you need to walk a little bit. Moving your body moves the energy in your body. And when the energy starts moving and flowing, so does your life. So there's so many ways to move. If it doesn't feel good in this direction, then go in a different direction, because if it's something that you find happiness in, then you'll be more apt to do it. And if it's something that you don't find happiness in, then it's probably not going to last very much. I love yoga in all different forms, and dance and things like that, and hiking, but not everybody likes that. So if you don't like to hike and you put yourself out there and tell yourself, you have to do this hike, you're not gonna see the beauty and the nature of the hike. But if if you love to go for walks with your dog or your best friend, then go for a walk. You don't have to hike the highest mountain to move your body. So the card says, Grouse Energy says, embrace the power of dance and movement to access your highest guidance. I think this is, wow, it's almost everything is said right in these two cards. Embrace and love your body. Don't beat yourself up. Move. That movement helps release like old toxins, old energy. I'm gonna open up the deck, the book, to see if it offers any additional information. Yeah, grouse, it says, grouse spirals and whirls as the divine messenger of movement. Dance can take form in free flow, yoga, kirtan, which is that swirling, or any other rhythmic practice that allows you to go into a state of, maybe not beating yourself up, a state of meditation, a state of this divine flow that's going through your body and allowing your body to feel and you to feel the movement. So it's almost as if you two come together in this beautiful marriage, which you always are, but you may not be aware of it. So grouse is bringing in that energy. And there's an affirmation that says, I seek and open to the unique sacral spiral within me. Perhaps you're going to sit down and draw some spirals, or maybe you're going to go out in, and see those sacred spirals through walking. There's beautiful areas that have, what's the word that I'm looking for? Where they set little paths where you can walk around, because I think what it's saying is that this is sacred. Movement is sacred. So if you're recognizing spirals that are coming up kind of in your day-to-day world, I think that's additional affirmation that's telling you, move, get out there, move, that you're going to feel better. And what is the healing energy? The healing energy, I think, is in movement. We're going to ask for a little bit more information with the messages from your angels. So this deck again is by Doreen Virtue. Whoop, and that card immediately wanted to come out. So, this is such a beautiful card. So if you take a look at Indriel, she's an angel that looks like she's flying in the universe, right? It says you're a light worker and God needs you to shine your divine light and love like an angel upon the earth and all its inhabitants. So perhaps this movement and everything is because it's telling you there's more for you to do, that perhaps you haven't been feeling well and you're feeling sluggish, and that you can kind of get out and blow out that old energy because there's more. If you're wondering, is there more for me to do? What's out there? You're feeling like you're just not connected. I think it's because you need to move. Get up and get out. Nature is a beautiful space. If you're in a place that's really snowy right now, walk around your living room. Imagine that you're walking on the beach when you're going, you know what I mean? Or go out there and, trample through the snow a little bit and, get that blood flowing. And I don't know about you. I grew up in the north, but I'm a little bit more in the south right now. And I'm always a little apprehensive about getting outside when it's really cold. But when I come back in, I feel so energized. It's like that cold wind and you just come in and burr, but there's a new energy in you. And I think that's what this is bringing forward. It says, I'm just going to read a little bit from the book, because each one of these decks of cards has, a very personal message that was put together from the art of the oracle, which is what this, my channel honors, is that the art and what went into the divine guidance and the art of creating these beautiful messages by so many amazing oracle creators. So that's why I like to incorporate some of the book along with the messages. This one says you are deeply sensitive to others' emotions, and it is important for you to clear yourself regularly. Okay, I think that is part of this message. Maybe you are a very intuitive person. And sometimes, because I'm very intuitive as well, is that we don't see a clear divide between what's ours and what's others because we feel very deeply when we're with others. So it can be confusing. So, go for that walk. Ask to release anything that is not yours. And then slowly you'll be able to see that divide for yourself. Like, oh, wow, you're feeling very sad because this person is sad. And then you can take a step back, move, blow out that energy and say, oh, that felt sad. I could feel and, feel empathy for the other person, but that's not my energy. Send them love and then clear away that energy that's in, that you're holding on to. It could be that you feel, I think some empaths get sick because they've taken on a lot of others' energy and feel the need to help everyone else heal around us. It's a natural thing that we sometimes do. But you can't help others if you aren't feeling your best. So let's clean out this energy. Focus on you for a minute. Let everybody else go. See what it is. Sit with your body. Sit with your body for just 5 minutes and ask your body, what does it need? What does it need? And I think it's gonna give you a lot of information. But I think the biggest thing is it's asking you to move out some of this old energy, whether it be yours or somebody else's. We're going to grab the last deck here, which is a tarot deck. But this deck also brings in the angels from Doreen, Virtue, and Radleigh, Valentine. So this is such a beautiful deck. I don't use it as often as I'd like. Look, it looks like it's brand new. But the artwork in here is incredible. I think that card wants to be seen. And the 5 of Air, all of the cards are so beautiful. These are beautiful white unicorns. And, the 5 of Air is the swords in a traditional deck. And it's usually around, communication and thinking and things. And the 5 is kind of the halfway between the new beginning of something and an ending of something. So maybe you're right in the middle of, understanding, how, your empathic abilities or your ability to help others through being a light worker is affecting you. And it says an unwise choice. So I think what it's asking you to do is not choose to put others ahead of yourself. It says learn what you can from any situation. So maybe you're in a situation that is kind of creating a little bit of a disturbance in your body, and review motives that could be around you. So maybe you have energy from somebody else that's coming in and you need to blow it out. Let's see if we can get a little bit more information from the cards. That one kind of took a little turn in a different direction. So, wow, this feels like too many, but we're going to take them. There's a lot of air in here, so it's interesting that all of this air came out with one fire card. And that other fire card, I feel like, is a little bit of a change in the energy. So, are you in your head? Because all this air is being in your head, right? And on communication. So the 4 of Air is saying you need a time of rest. That's what this card is asking. Here's some of these beautiful unicorns in the back, and this one's kind of curled up. That's about self-care. So perhaps there was a situation that, just maybe you need to look at, one of the things that people that are highly sensitive and light workers find themselves sometimes being victims of people that are kind of self-motivated. But, we can cling to energy vampires because we think we can help them. And our hearts are so tied up in all that we do that we want to help them. But the other people, sometimes they kind of gravitate to people that are willing to give it their all. And it's more of a control thing, and it's not really about them changing or healing or whatever. And just send them love. Know that they don't have to change, but you I think is what this is saying, need to take care of yourself. Let whatever is going on here, let it go. Block it all out, because you also have these two cards, which I'm going to say this one is next. 10 of air is the ending of the situation, right? And this one, interestingly enough, is the 2 of air. And a lot of times the 2 is the 2 of swords, where they're crossed. They either don't see something, or it's the beginning and don't have all the information. So I think that this is telling you, take a step back. This one is asking you to review motives. This one's asking you to take time out for yourself and to meditate to help give you some answers and allow more time. So if somebody's asking you to do something and your body's giving you information that's like, I don't know if that's the right decision, it probably isn't. So it's asking you to stop, review the motives of this other situation, take care of yourself. You could be giving so much to other people that you're not. You're just on like autopilot because you've done it for so long. And this is asking you not to. That break away for a minute, move, blow out some of that, energy, because it's getting too heavy and you may be, setting yourself up for an illness if you don't allow yourself to let go of some of that. Because this, I feel like, is, locking horns. And this is being unable or unwilling to make a decision, pretending that there's no problem. So I feel like all of these cards right here are leaning towards, this thinking. You're thinking about everything that's going on, but the cards are saying, whoa, stop. This is not good for you. That's why you are on the top here. That's why you are the most important thing. Not this situation. There's only one of you that you have. There are always somebody that needs help. Always. I don't care who you are. But if you're a light worker and somebody that's always available, people are going to find you. People are going to find you and they're going to need you. Don't get stuck in being the thing for everybody else but yourself. So let's look at taking care of you, whether it be, sometimes when we're in these ugly situations, sometimes we just want to feel better and we eat, but we're not eating foods that are nutritious, and so then we feel sluggish. But by moving and paying attention, talk to your body. There are so many wonderful programs out there that really honor you and who you are through thought and through movement and through taking time for self-care. So I think that is the healing that needs to take place here, is that all of this thinking about other people needs to kind of be compartmentalized, because none of this is nurturing, and that it's time for you to nurture. And the angels are asking you to take time out for yourself. Give yourself a minute. Access your higher guidance. Know that it's okay to be a light worker, and the angels are I think reflecting that they understand that you're here helping people, and on some level it makes you feel fulfilled to do that. But lastly, the 5 of fire. So competing goals and conflict with others. It's interesting that that's the fire that's coming in. I feel like what it's saying is this is conflicting with this, that this energy conflicts with you, this trinity here of movement and understanding the true you and giving yourself this self-love, that there may be a conflict here, and all this blah that's going on here, the difficult situation, the pretending that there's no problem, but that you've beating your heads up against each other because this person wants this and this person wants this. But I think this other situation, they're not thinking about you. And this is asking you to think of you. And all this little stuff, it may be even not even you. May not even really have anything to you, but somehow or another you've fallen into being there for the person. And sometimes people are drawn to conflict. Whether it be you drawn to this, that you need a separation here and go back to what you need, take some time to rest, meditate. You have competing ideas here, and it's time to kind of recognize maybe that's not really serving you, and that if you do want to continue to be a light worker and help people, that listen to your body and listen to what feels good, and knows that not all situations can be healed or are yours to bear. Sometimes you can offer guidance and then, you know, cut that cord and know that that's not about you now. You've done what you can and you can walk away. So thank you very much. I'm so sorry if you're tangled up in something that feels kind of messy right now. It's the beginning of the year. I think this is saying kind of blow out some of this energy, walk around, move. You'll see things from a different perspective, but whatever you do, take care of yourself and give yourself some much needed love. And know that you are, you know, divinely guided all the time, and that, you know, your instincts may be saying that you are here to shine love and light. But be discerning in that love and light. Know that some people just are, you know, vampires that want to suck away all that energy because it makes them feel better. And if that's the case, then they, you know, never quite get enough, and will continue to do that unless you can end it. But you have to make that decision for yourself. So thank you so much. Good luck with this. If you would like any additional information or a private reading, I am available. Please send me an email, and I'd be more than happy to help you out with a private reading. So until then, good luck. I have regular readings on the channel. I'll do a few readings a week, and I hope you find some inspiration and guidance through those readings. And until then, I am so grateful that you are here. So if you like what I have to say, please like and subscribe, and it'll help bring in more of this information to you. Thank you so much. Bye now.